Yes, indeed, and several times over the past few weeks, it seemed that a lot of people thought that the crisis was wrapping up. Of course, we held the telethon. We thought we were going to be beginning a clean-up. Exactly. Is there any sense now of how far we are through this crisis? Are we halfway through? Is it coming to an end? Or is, I guess it's so unpredictable, they just can't tell.
I think they've very wisely given up predictions. I mean, you're right, there you were here the other night. I was up in Maryborough and Bundaberg. We were seeing waters peaking but then starting to recede. It was all looking like the worst had happened. But now they're saying in Brisbane, for example, it's another 2 or so days before the peak and more of that water is surging. It'll be many more days before they can get through to the proper parts around Toowoomba and really get a handle on the damage around there. So this has got many more days in it to come, and that surge of water is just very, very hard to predict right now. They don't know just yet exactly how big it's going to be, where it's moving next, and exactly what it's going to affect. So these are amazing times, and as I've used the word many, many times, it is overwhelming. I think it's very hard to digest for even all the people in here and the Premier, Anna Bligh, every time she gets an update. Layla.
Yeah, it's a big job, and they're doing a good job. Michael, Usher, thank you very much. Well, of course, it's not only Brisbane that's under threat tonight. To the southeast of the city, Ipswich is preparing for once-in-a-lifetime flooding. It's only 9:30 in the morning, and already the last couple of days' rain has seen the Bremer River in Ipswich rise to this level. And it's just one of hundreds of roads across the region that are already cut. We tried to make it further into the Toowoomba and Lockyer Valley region, the scene of yesterday's devastation. But cut off by road and air, and news the city of Ipswich was next in the firing line, we turned back.
It is happening very, very fast. We've got a good 12 hours. I don't want residents to panic. Work with the SDS, work with all the volunteers.
Ipswich Mayor Paul Pasali could do nothing but prepare for the worst as a sea of water makes its way from the Lockyer Valley, cutting roads and inundating low-lying areas. And the rain just continues to fall. It's an hour later and the city of Ipswich has just been given some devastating news. A revised river peak of between 18 and 19 metres sometime around midnight tomorrow. Now, it's hard to believe, but that would put where I'm standing completely underwater. Which is absolutely devastating for our city, and as you can see by the floodwaters now that are affecting our city, that we're heading for some torrid times ahead. If the river peaks at the predicted level, a third of the city will go under.
It's just shocking. I've never seen nothing like this before in my life.
I'm fine, but there's a lot of people in Ipswich that aren't fine, you know.
Start securing your homes. If you went under in the 74 floods, get ready to take all precautions now.
It might be breaking our hearts at the moment, but it will not break our will.
An emotional Premier Anna Bligh confirmed the worst this morning. A death toll still climbing and grave fears held for the more than 70 people still missing after an inland tsunami cut through Queensland's southeast.
These tragic deaths overnight are a very timely reminder to everybody that this fast-moving water kills.
But just the ferocity and just the level the water raised was just incredible.
At the height of yesterday's disaster in Toowoomba, Treg Smith helped rescue 2 women trapped on the roof of a car.
One got washed away, but luckily she survived. I'd never experienced a tsunami, but if that's a tsunami, I don't want to be part of it again. That's just how frightening it was.
It's terrible. We've just been stuck to the TV watching it all morning. It's horrible.
Many of the worst hit areas were cut off, making rescues and the final death toll hard to determine.
Well, our prayers and thoughts are with all those people that have lost their lives, and I just don't want any tragedy to happen in this city. We've had enough lives lost.
Authorities are pleading with residents to stay home, off the road and out of danger areas. This freak show of nature has already brought enough tragedy.
If you have to evacuate, evacuate. The property can be fixed. You know, we can't fix lives.
we're maybe looking at something like a 1 in 100 year event.
Dick Whittaker from the Weather Channel says it could be days before the flooding passes.
The actual flood peaks will still remain probably for another 4 or 5 days across the area. We've had so much rain. Even if the rain does ease off as we think it will, we're still going to have days of flood peaks travelling down the various river systems.
A 1 in 100 year event, we've heard that before at St George, but let's hope that this time that is right. Now here's some important information. An emergency flood hotline has been set up. It's 1300 993 191. That is only for emergencies. If you need help, that number again, 1300 993 191. Well, the flash flooding that ripped through the streets of Toowoomba was deadly and dramatic. It was horrifying. In fact, we've watched those pictures over and over again. Torrents of water sweeping away everything in its path. But locals also captured some amazing images. Many were later posted on YouTube.
I took the back way out behind the school and came along the road, which was flooded. I don't know what I'm going to do. My work's around the corner. Ain't no way I'm going over there.
The Garden City, Toowoomba, 700 metres above sea level. Now virtually unrecognisable. A wall of water carving through.
Amazing.
The sheer force simply mind-blowing.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Water gushing into this house, backyards flooding. Roads turning into rivers in a matter of minutes.
Oh no! Look, look! Hey, look at that. There's a container. That's going to cause a bit of damage when it hits something.
This shipping container launched by the sheer force of the flood. Shop owners helpless, watching on as their livelihood goes under. This frightening video provides more questions than answers. Who was this man? Was he rescued? We just don't know.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Cars swept away in a matter of minutes. Onlookers amazed at the onslaught.
That's coming fast. Because look at it, it's just coming fast.
This man letting the air out of the tyres in a brave attempt to save his car.
Don't, oh mate, don't, just let it go.
He's taking the air out of his car.
There's another one. That is unbelievable.
See if he can take his... This is letting air out.
Oh, lucky.
He's saved his car.
Hard to comprehend. Grand Central car park, water tearing through Dent Street. Nothing left of these cars smashed under the Hurries Street Bridge. Just look at what's left.
And we've just narrowly missed an incredible flash flood here. The damage here, the road is just ripped up. Debris is everywhere. It's just incredible.
And stay with us. Incredible pictures, weren't they? We will be back with more of this special edition of ACA after this break.